this country is fucked. So then, Mikey, if you believe that, what do you do?
There's only two things. You either help fix it or you go somewhere else and go take your problem somewhere else.
Take your problem somewhere else. I like it. Yeah.
That is, though. It
Yeah, I
seriously
like it.
is.
Man, that's really good. Yeah, you help fix it or you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
there's
I
no
was
in
only one. I was like,
between.
you go.
Well, unfortunately, like the way that I guess like
I like that's better than my response. Yeah.
well, the support and I guess I have to be careful because I do believe that welfare is important, but I think it gets overused in this country. So, like the system supports a lot of complaining, being able to stay here and not provide solutions.
Yeah.
But I think, in general, you want to be, this is broken. To be honest, man, I see this a bit in like in the Bitcoin community sometimes. People complain about like all of the problems and stuff because once you learn deeply about Bitcoin, you get to learn about the system and the political system and the monetary system, and you get to see some pretty ugly stuff. But the solution isn't just to like complain and then leave it, I don't think. I personally think you either go somewhere where you can do what you want and you take your problem with you and then stop being a bit of a whinger. Like if you've got the solution, which for them is Bitcoin, you fixed it. Like,
Yeah.
like what's the problem now? Go somewhere where it suits you. Like there's countries with it as legal tender. There's countries with no tax on it and stuff like that. See ya. Or help.
Yeah.
Come provide solutions to the problems. And I think it's scary because the problem is so large.
Yeah. So then you just bark at it instead.
Yeah, the problem is massive and it's like, where do I start? And to be honest, sometimes I think about that stuff and the problems, some of the issues, and I'm like, oh, this might be a problem. Even if I started working on it today, it might be 30 years.
Yeah.
So then I go, I'll just go and run my business. I think about it for a little while and it's this massive time preference commitment. And I'm like, my family's a bit too important to go and do that. I'll just focus on the smaller things.
Yeah.
But that doesn't give me the right to go and continuously complain about it then. Like over and over and over and over. Because if you do that, you sound like the comments. And then you can't, like you said, you're like, what's the solution? And then you don't get a reply.
Yeah.
And then you look like an idiot. And that's okay. But I mean, I prefer not to be like that.
Yeah, I just find it interesting when people, that's why I call it like place your bets, because, you know, if you're having a punt and you're really keen on something, then what you do is you go, I'm going to back myself, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. So I sort of think like, if you think the country's buggered, well then, like, what are you doing about it? Like, shouldn't you be stacking cash to then buy a flight to bounce?
Yeah.
If you truly believe that and that's your thing. If you think that, you know, well, like even that currency is devaluing and that Bitcoin's a solution. I think because Bitcoin's up at the moment, I'm getting the people taking the piss out of me because I think some people that don't know me don't think that I know anything about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, Mikey understands you're a fucking idiot and all this. I'm like, yeah, man, cool, bro. Like, you know, I sold my 0.4 of a Bitcoin to go to Vegas, mate.
Yeah.
Of course I'm an idiot.
Luke's been around Bitcoin a lot longer than people realise.
Yeah. And, you know, I've got like podcasts and money mails about it and people are like, oh, I didn't realize you're a Bitcoiner, bro. And I'm like, bro, I'm not a Bitcoiner, mate. I'm just trying to...
I'm Luke.
Yeah, I'm trying to store some of my cash because I learned that money is devaluing. So this thing looks like a good way to save some cash.
Yeah.
And so I put my money where my mouth is and brought some.
Made
What
the
are
bet.
you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You're messaging me saying, oh, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm like, how much Bitcoin you got? How much you got?
Yeah.
Oh, no reply.
Yeah.
Buzzy.
To be honest,
Oh, hoping to get a bit more soon, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then what are you doing to get some?
You'd never get a Bitcoiner to tell you how much they have.
Yeah, I did wonder if that's that too.
Yeah.
But then it's like the gold and the silver people because gold's up at the moment too, so I'm getting it. Like, your only real money's gold, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Okay, man. Like, where do you buy it from? Oh, like, well, this has been happening for years, man. I knew gold was going to be the thing. So then what year did you buy it? No reply. So, yeah, I mean, if you think that, you know, gold and silver are the thing, well, then are you putting your money where your mouth is? Like, are you buying any? And, yeah, I mean, even recently I've had people asking me about, like, oh, no, I knew I should have bought it in this year. And that's why I put up, I don't know if you saw you're away, but I put up, you know, I moved some of my KiwiSaver to, you might remember this, back in like real early days of KTC, I'm like, man, like I want some exposure to gold, eh? And then I figured out, you can allocate some of my
It's just
Kiwis
a
over to it.
self-select thing.
Yeah, and I've got this window where it's like here, and then this graph where like I sell here, and the gold's like,
That's so good.
it's so me, like it's so me,
you.
and I'm like 2020. Man, I need some gold. Like, this is fucking crazy what's happening in the world. They're going to print heaps of money. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, this just like goes up and down, nothing. I'm setting up Hatch because you can buy gold ETFs and shit. And then now everyone's like, bro, you need gold, man. I'm like, that was 4 years ago, man. And I already sold it and
So
missed out
good.
on the gain. But, you know, I've been, in that time, I'm not being like, oh, gold didn't do anything. Okay, I'm just going to do nothing. I'm deploying things to cash towards things that I think are going to protect me.
The thing that is important here is a lot of those comments that you get and stuff like that, and you know, Bitcoin this and BlackRock that, and all of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even have that down.
BlackRock, yeah. I sympathize with it more than you because you get probably hit with it relentlessly, but a lot of it's right. That's why I'm like, it's good that people can see it, but what's not right is what you're saying, which is not doing anything.
Yeah, and then wasting my time, like messaging me about it. Bro, I know the problem. That's why the podcast exists.
Place your bets.
Yeah.